Hello friends, my name is Vimal Menon and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to see the various terms that we use while using AI. So many of us might be aware of few of these terms, but I thought I'll go through all of these terms once to make sure that you guys understand what it means. So this is going to be like multi-session videos where I'll be going over various terms and I'll be explaining what it means. So I hope you guys like it. So very first thing that we want to see is difference between AI versus agent versus workflow. I'm on DeepSeek right now. This is one of a LLM that we use very frequently, and over here I'm going to ask what is 5 plus 5. So it is able to answer simply without using any of stuff. It says that answer is 10, right? Now let me ask what is today's date. I have seen sometime it is not able to answer it. So let me try this again. What is today's date? See, so over here it says that it doesn't have access to real-time information, so it can't tell today's date, right? So the reason why it's not able to answer that question is because it doesn't have any real-time information, as it is saying, and it can't check the real-time information. All the information it has, it is based on the historical data, as I mentioned before in one of my video. So if I ask what is the cut off date for your knowledge base, it will say that its cutoff date is of May 2025, which is quite recent. So what I'm trying to say here is all the information AI has, that would be based on some cutoff information till the time the information is fed, after which they don't have any information. Now that's where agent comes in. Agents can use different tools. The tools can be to search internet. There could be another tool that can maybe access your email, and there could be another tool that can do more stuff. Okay, so this when the AI agents are given access to different tools and they can use these tools to do some action, they are called agents, right? So over here what I can ask them is to do the web search. So it has this capability where DeepSeek can go to the internet, it can fetch the information, and it can come back with the information, right? So if I ask like what's today's date, it will be able to answer if we kind of keep the search on, right? So let me try this again. What's today's date? See, it is able to answer it's 24 March 2026, right? So what it means is AI can be given access to different tools, and we need to explain what those tool does, how to use the tools, and it will be able to use those tools according to the need, and it will be able to do the stuff that we want, right? So one of the big example that I can provide is with the Microsoft Copilot 360. If I'm not wrong, it can even generate some Excel sheet based on some data provided, right? So it has access to Microsoft Excel tool, wherein AI is being told that you can use these tools, use this tool this way and this way, and it will be able to use those tools properly, right? So very simple simple explanation here. AI is just based on some historical data. AI knowledge is based on some historical data, so it has all the intelligence and everything. And if AI want to do something, like want to perform some action, right, it can use tools to do that, right? And you can configure AI agents with multiple tools, and using those tools it will be able to do the action, right? So that is fundamentally the basic difference between AI and agents, right? So you might ask, what is workflow? Workflow is a bit complex. It involves a process where it go through the various steps, and it can complete a task, right? So one of the great example of this is N8N. So I have been telling about N8N a lot before. So N8N is one of the workflow processes which helps to create. Let me go to the home page. So you can create different nodes, and these nodes can perform some action, and all these node doesn't need AI tool. Some of them just work with just a simple Python code, or they might process the data for the next step to use, right? So I'll be making a detailed video on N8N, but for now, all you have to understand is it goes through some sort of workflow where the data goes from one node, and then it goes to the second node, and this node might have an agent or maybe not, and then it goes to the second node, it processes the data, and then it goes to the fourth node, and so on and so forth, right? So very simple explanation is that it just goes through different processes, and some of the processes do have AI agents, and some of them would have just AI, and some of them won't have nothing but an integration to a different application. So you might ask, which one is better? Should I use AI? Should I use agents? And should I use workflow? So I would say that it could be a mix. It could be mix of things, or it could be based on the situation, right? So let's say if you want to perform a simple task, I would prefer using AI. You don't need any agents, and I'll be making video on how to create an agent later. But yeah, for now, think of using AI when you want to perform a simple task, right? Whereas if there is some sort of integration you want to make, or if you want to integrate to different application, you might need to use agent. And for some work to complete, you might have to use workflow, right? So one of the classic example of this would be like a YouTube channel. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to integrate this YouTube detail to this workflow, how you can do is, once the YouTube video is created, it will identify through one process which runs which get triggered every day maybe, and once it identify that a new video is created, it actually sends that video to the next step, and the next step would be an AI agent that would analyze what the YouTube video is all about, and then it can go to the next step, and then it can see it can generate the metadata like title or maybe description or something, or tag, and then it can update, it can check for a good title, description and tags, and it can update the YouTube. And then there could be another process that can actually go and generate a better thumbnail than what has been already generated, right? So you could understand with this workflow, it doesn't need AI throughout, or it might need AI in some processes. In some processes it just does the integration, or it can do the work without the AI. So that's the whole idea. So one of the example would be N8N, and another one I know about is Langflow. So the Langflow also work the same way. They have you can use the nodes to connect, and after connecting the node, you will be able to create a workflow, right? So we'll be going over how to create the workflow later, but for now, all we need to understand is what is the difference between AI, agents, and workflow, right? So next thing that we are going to understand is tokens. Tokens, in very simple term, refer to words, right? So when I ask an LLM what is tokens, it will convert this sentence into a word, right? So let me ask what are tokens, right? So when I ask what are tokens, it will convert this this sentence or this line into tokens, right? So you could see that they are using 4 tokens here, as mentioned, as we could see in this website, and each word is 1 token, right? And generally LLM charge you based on these token, right? So when you ask the question, so it uses up some token. So in this case there is 4 token, and for example, if it give the response and the response is around 4 token, so the total charge would be based on this 8 tokens then. So in order to understand how much do AI charge for the token, you can go to one of these website. I'm currently using something called as OpenRouter, which have their own way of charging the LLM based on the token. And if I put DeepSeek and if I click on it, you could see that they charge 0.26 per million token, right? This is for input, and 0.38 per million output token, right? So what it means is whenever you write something, it is taking up some tokens, and for 1 million token it is going to charge this much, and for every response that is generated, it is converted to tokens, and that is going to be charged based on per million token, right? So this is very simple explanation for token, and most of the models work on tokens. So let me give you another example of Grok here. You could see that they charge 0.2 per million token, but for output they are charging 0.5, right? So this is all about the tokens in very simple term. It's not complex, but it uses something underneath which is called embedding, which we will try to understand later, right? But for now, this is what I want to cover as a part of this video session. So let me know what you guys think. I know we only covered 2 right now. I think the first one was pretty big, and that's why it took up a lot of time, but I expect to cover a lot more in the next video. So this is going to be multiple session videos where I'll be covering many terms that many of us don't really understand about AI. So by saying that, have a good day. Bye.